All right, and we are recording, Nate. We're good to go.
All right. Welcome, everyone. So, there are probably two reasons you are here tonight. The first might be that you're a teacher and you believe that education goes beyond the book and the facts that you teach in the classroom. You believe that education is a part of you as a person and it impacts everything you do. You might believe that education helps build people and not fact machines. And tonight, you want to see if we can help you be a builder of people. Second option of why you're here tonight. You might be a youth minister, and at the core of your heart is a desire to serve others, and you want to pass that desire on to others. However, all too often in the church, that service is taken advantage of for menial task, void of any sort of meaning, and void of the Christian charity that you know service can portray. So today, you're here to see if we can help you offer meaning and impactful service and service opportunities to your youth ministry. So I'm Nate, and with me is Pam and Adam. And we are part of a national movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. This movement believes that we need to take healthy back from the processed ingredients, the fake foods, and the chronic diseases of our day. That healthy should be simple, achievable, and communal. And there are a variety of ways that you can be involved with us. And tonight we're going to talk about two of them. The first is through what we call the Tower Garden. This planter has impacted many people, and Adam is going to tell you about how it can impact your youth ministry, while Pam is going to tell you how it can impact your schools. So with that, I put you in the capable hands of Adam.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Castor, as Nate said. I've been in youth ministry, church ministry for the past 16 years in some way, shape, or form. The past 5 years, I've been a full-time director of Faith Life at the current parish I'm employed at. And as a father of 6, we all know that it is hard to get proper nutrition into our kids, okay, whether they be elementary aged, middle school, high school, whatever age they may be. It is a struggle and it is a challenge. And so in my ministry, I see a ton of potential, and I have a ton of potential with the Tower Garden. Now, Nate might talk about some of the specs on the Tower Garden, but essentially what this enables you to do is grow a half acre of produce in a very small space inside, because it's a, what's the word I'm looking for, Nate? It's a vertical growing system. Thank you so much. That's why we have friends. It's a vertical growing system that allows you to grow a large amount of produce in a small space. And churches, we have small spaces, okay? And there are so many opportunities to really utilize the Tower Garden in ministry. So you get your Tower Garden, and the first thing you need to do is set it up. This is an engaging activity. This is an activity that truly, will get the kids excited about what is to come, and it's going to teach them patience. It's going to teach them these things they need to know really for the rest of their lives. Then there's, as the plants grow, as your seedlings grow and you put them into the tower, which I love the tower because there's no soil used at all. It's so you're not messing around with any dirt. And it is just a wonderful, wonderful system that uses a mineral solution instead of that dirt to feed the plants. But then there's the maintenance you have to think of. Getting your church, getting your youth ministry, even if you have an elementary program, and getting those kids involved with this is really just an educational moment for them. And they get to see where their food comes from, which a lot of these kids you talk to, they'll say the grocery store. They don't know that my produce grows from seed. It starts as a seed, it grows into a plant, and then eventually the produce comes along and we can pick and eat it when it's ripened. All of the meats that we eat, they're not sure where they come from. So these are teachable moments that we need to provide for our children. And this is an opportunity to do that through the church. And then you think about the endless opportunities connecting with other ministries in the church, which is huge, huge, huge. You can grow flowers in the Tower Garden, which is totally cool. You can have this gigantic, you know, just array of flowers growing in the corner of your youth room or parish office or wherever you have it. And you can cut those. You can use them for bereavement meals after a funeral in the parish. You could bring them to nursing homes. You could give them to moms on Mother's Day, maybe even dads, who knows? I like a flower every now and then. Um, baptize babies, holidays, even growing plants for Christmas time, to decorate in the church. What an amazing thing for the youth to be involved in and to be a part of. That's beautiful. Um, and another really big opportunity is the Tower Garden produces large amounts, especially of your dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, lettuce. It usually produces more than you'd be able to eat. And so why not dotate some of that? We have a food pantry right on site at our parish. So why not on pickup days bag it and donate that, so those families can have fresh produce that they don't normally get. um, and honestly, the most obvious thing is during youth ministry meetings, instead of getting the 100th pizza that you've ordered in a row, because that's like that's the staple. I've got 2 retreats in February. What are we getting? We're getting pizza. it, it's just a cheap and easy way for ministry. But what if you could offer them salad? What if you could grow green beans and they could just run over and grab one, during youth ministry and eat it? That's an opportunity, again, to taste what fresh vegetables are supposed to taste like, which that's something else that we don't know a whole lot of, because your produce in the grocery stores, it is not fresh. It's been trucked across the country or across the world. And so the freshness level is down, and who knows where it's been, but this is as fresh as it can get. All right. This is literally picking it off the plant in front of you and just consuming it. So top-notch freshness. Um, and yeah, those are just some of the options that are really there for ministry. And I think Nate he's going to tell a little bit about the business piece of what we do with the business. But why it made so much sense to me with someone who's always been in ministry is this company really has a huge servant's heart. And it is very, very mission focused, and it's very focused on giving back. You constantly hear about how they're donating, our Juice Plus Complete shakes and feeding people this amazing, amazing nutrition. If there's hurricanes hitting, or if there's, natural disasters throughout the world, they're sending pallets upon pallets upon pallets. And I'm always so impressed and just really blown away by that every time they do it, even though it's the heart of the company. I've come to expect that they do it, but every time they do it, it's just, it really, really just strikes a chord in my heart. And it means a ton to me. The founder, Jay Martin, um, 45, 50 years ago, he founded this company with a teacher's heart, with a servant's heart, and he wanted to give back. That was really his goal. And with that awesome segue, I want to toss it to Pam, who's going to give us the teacher's perspective.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Pam, and I am a teacher. I was a public school teacher for 13 years and recently decided to homeschool, and we've been homeschooling for the last 3 years, most of our children. So we have 6 children. I'm the wife of Adam. And so I'm super excited that the Tower Garden has so many different learning opportunities available for children. And I love that our company embraces it and has created lesson plans to help teachers and starter guides to help teachers implement this tower garden. And there's so many ways to go beyond those free lessons that you can get really creative. So I'm going to start by just giving you a quick tour of our tower and what I would do with it for some sample lessons. So I'll turn my video around. So here's our tower garden right here. And so what we have growing here, we've got some Swiss chard of different colors. I mean, primary kids can start labeling colors of different things. If you've got like preschoolers, we have kale growing here. We have spinach. We've got green lettuce. So here's a great opportunity to, just learn what the vegetables are for the younger kids. We can compare. We have another kale growing here. But you notice that the leaves look way different than leaves down here. Both are kale, but what a great, opportunity to compare different types of kale and, in that same thing. So there's that. You can see these things sticking out here. These are our grow lights, so we can grow right now. You probably can hear the water coming up from the basin down here below through the center, and it's trickling down on the roots. Again, we have right here, I don't know if you can see, but it's a little spinach plant, and it looks different than this spinach. So another lesson, 2 different types of spinach growing. Here are the seed pods that we have growing to replace some of the lettuce. And they grow in like these little rock wool things. So no soil right there. And they're little bitty. Look how tiny they are. They're my little baby plants. They're so much fun to take care of. So we have that growing, replacing it. Let's see. So let me show you. Oh, trying to flip the video. There we go. So some of the lesson plans, I love it. As a person who loves graphic organizers, that geeky teacher thing and how things are laid out. This plan, I'm going to flip my camera again and show you. Here's a sample of a reading journal. So here is a sample of a journal. If you can see, it's kind of blurry there, but we have a word bank, nice space for kids to write in, draw pictures in, and this is a sample just observation for the day, getting kids to be good observers, good thinkers of what it looks like. And then you can create a journal. And we have a how-to guide, the Juice Plus. If you're beginning and don't know how to use it, this page says how to use this. So it's really nice and easy. And we have the lesson plans all the way up through grade 12. And they're really nicely done, developmentally appropriate, starting with just labeling the plants, looking at the seeds, all the way up to problem-based learning and looking at why might the color be different? And it introduces a huge array of different vocabulary words. Some of the words that I was looking at the lessons, I didn't even know what they were. I would have to look them up. So it was really, really well done. And everything is, correlated with the science standards and all the standards that we have in our nation. It wraps it up. So those are nice lessons there, but you can definitely get creative and do some other things. And what's so nice if you have this in your classroom, that kids are being exposed to this. They're seeing the greens, they're interacting, they're touching, they're feeling it, they're eating it. You can use it and bring it in the food into the kitchen at your school and have, them help incorporate it into the lunch program. You could create a salad bar within your school where kids, have that other option to eat some of the greens. You could have it in their classroom. You could have some cooking classes to incorporate that. If you're in a high school, you have a culinary arts program. How awesome would it be for them to have fresh herbs right there at their fingertips as they're learning how to prepare them, identify them, cook with them, all of those life skills. For children who don't have adequate, food at home, you could definitely bag it up and send it home with them, so that their families could have this at nighttime as well for those families that need it. And you can donate it to other places, bring it to the nursing home. Very similar to what Adam had said. A lot of the other ideas for youth ministry with the flowers. You could all of those things. You could do the same thing using it in a school. There's so many opportunities to branch out with this tower garden. So many kids don't know where seeds come from. They don't know where their plants come from. and there's just so much. It's unlimited. You know, these leaves in this tower get humongous. What a great life experience to actually get the ruler out and measure them, compare them to the size of your face. It's just, I could go on for hours and hours. There's so many great nuggets of learning opportunity here. And I think one of the best things, just a little tangent, a little side story here, is that it's really relaxing and peaceful. You know, as we have this in our home, we would put our baby next to it and it would just soothe him, just hearing the water. So if you have a loud, busy, stressful classroom, imagine that the kid that just needs a break, needs some time, that just sits by it and just listens to the water. Like, what a relaxing experience to calm down, recenter, and refocus. You know, I can just see that as just a nice, soothing moment. So I'm going to turn it back to Nate. Thanks for listening. Reach out if you have any questions. I'd love to connect with you.
Awesome. Such wonderful ideas. And, you know, it can seem very overwhelming. You hear all these ideas and you say, well, how can I fit into that? What can I do for that? And I would encourage you, for some inspiration, go onto YouTube and search the Green Bronx Machine. And what you'll find is one man, a teacher from the Bronx of New York, who he looked at his kids, his students, and he saw how they ate junk, how they didn't take care of themselves, and how that affected their destiny, their futures. And he said, no more. He grabbed Tower Gardens and he has completely changed his little section of the Bronx. He's feeding kids super healthy food. He's educating them. He has revolutionized his school. And I would be foolish to say he completed it 100% on his own, but he was definitely the catechist, and he's leaving an impact, and people will give him the credit for it. And the reality is that if you wish it to, that could be you. In some way, shape, or form, that could be you, for your church or for your school. If some part of this resonates with you, you could be like the Green Bronx Machine and revolutionize your church or your school. And if you're looking at this and you're overwhelmed, you're thinking, I want to do something, but I'm not sure where to start, like Pam said, reach out to one of us, reach out to the person who shared this video with you or who invited you, and connect with them, and they will help you. That's one of the great things about the Healthy Living Revolution and the Juice Plus Company, is that everybody involved is here to support you and support each other. You won't find people saying, no, I won't help you. We're all here holding out a helping hand, because we want to impact the world. And to sort of wrap up, there are a few other ways that you can be involved with the Healthy Living Revolution. And, you know, if one of these resonates with you, I would encourage you, again, reach out to the person who invited you or who gave you this video and talk to them about it. You know, the first thing is, every single month, thousands of people across the nation and around the world are doing something called the Shred 10. And it's a detox program. It's all about focusing on getting rid of all the bad stuff from our diet, all the junk, all the sugar, things like that, and really honing in on doing everything good for ourselves for 10 days. You know, sleeping well, eating well, drinking water, getting more fruits and vegetables, using our Juice Plus products to get that extra nutrition in us. Excuse me. Doing all those things that we're supposed to be doing. But then here's the great part, is it's not about using the products. It's about making a lifestyle change. It's about you and all the thousands of people who are doing this with you, working to take control of their health and be in charge of their health and be in charge of their medical destiny and their health destiny, to have a say in what goes on. Because I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people who they say, well, you know, my medical history says this is how I'm going to go out, be it cancer or heart attack or cholesterol or whatever. And they just resign themselves to it. It's just the cards I was dealt. Well, in the Healthy Living Revolution, we have people who say, no, we're going to fight back against that. This is not acceptable. And if we're going down, we're not going down without a fight. And the Shred 10 is a great way that we fight back and take control of our health. So reach out to somebody who invited you to this to learn more about that and see how you can plug into the Healthy Living Revolution and be one of thousands of people around the world who are doing this every month. Second thing is, maybe, well, let me back up a second. Part of the way I got involved here is my whole life I've wanted to do something for me. I love my job. I'm a church worker by trade, have been for my whole career, and I love church work. But at the end of the day, church work, it's for somebody else. It's for the church, and it's for God, and that's good and wonderful. But I always wanted to do something for me that was done by me, that was going to be my legacy, my impact on the world, the way that I changed things, something I had control over. And when I came across this business, when I came across the Healthy Living Revolution and partnering with them and helping inspire other people to take control of their lives and their health, it just clicked. So this is where I need to be. I want to help people take control of their lives, take control of their health, and have a say in their futures. And that's what brought me in here. And if that's you, if you're a bit like me and you're the type of person who you want to have a say in your future, you want to have a say in where your life goes and what direction it goes in, reach out to the person who invited you to this call, or we can send you the link, because this could very well be the answer you're looking for. It was the answer I was looking for. It was the answer that Pam and Adam were looking for, and it might be what you're looking for. So thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited that you got to learn about the Healthy Living Revolution in the Tower Garden. We hope that you are inspired to make a change in your youth ministry or your school. And we will talk to you later. God bless. And we'll end the recording.